Guys, did the West Tigers just see like our biggest flaw and our biggest problem in the young gun before round 2 against the Eels? We are going to be talking about like LACHLAN GALVIN's rattling performance against the Newcastle Knights, and we need to talk about it now because I need to get some stuff off my chest. Hey there, welcome back to NRL Deep Dive. If you're new here, my name is Geordie. I'm a diehard Tigers fan who's bled orange and black through the years of disappointment. And if like you're new here, yeah, smash that like button, hit subscribe. It helps me and the algorithm out a ton. And I need you with me on this wild ride with the team we all call and love, the West Tigers. Today we're going to be diving deep into Galvin's game the other night and like the highs and lows and why his moves might have actually hurt us more than we think. Plus what it means for our clash going forward against the Eels next week. Grab a drink, settle in, do whatever you got to do because you're going to want to be part of this conversation and you don't want to miss out. I'm calling you out, like join in, drop a comment right now. Did Galvin's play worry you or am I just overthinking this whole thing? So let's get the conversation going in the comments right now. So let's set the scene. March 8th, we lost against the Knights in a nail-biter 10-8 game. But it's not the score that got me pacing. It's LACHLAN GALVIN. The kid is a prodigy. He's 19, Campbelltown born, silky hands, and he had moments of brilliance. That grubber kick in the first half, absolutely magic. You know, the way he could set up and like set up Skelton, the power through for the try, 6-0. You know, we were jumping off our couches, frothing at that point as Tigers fans. And he's running nice plays, creating gaps throughout. One play, he steps left, burns Jack Cogger, open space for Dewey, and I'm thinking this is why our future relies on this kid. And even like saw some of you Tigers fans tweeting like Galvin is a gun, and I was like, yeah, I am totally with you, mate. He has the goods. He's got the goods. But my stomach did drop, and I need you to lean in for this because I need to know if you were thinking the same thing. And things started to get messy. Galvin started moving across the field, right? I saw him taking the lead over Jerome Luai, our premiership winning half, the guy who's supposed to steer the ship. And I'm watching like, what the heck is he doing? He is a 5'8", not a 7. Luai is the playmaker and the one meant to control the tempo, right? And Galvin's out there calling plays, shifting the attack, and then, like, just kind of taking over. But here's the kicker. He didn't execute much of those moves, so it got me thinking, like, what the heck is going on? No tries, not many line breaks, just wasted energy, really. And I'm sitting there, my heart was sinking, thinking, like, did he just hinder us? And I jumped on X and, like, found out I was not alone. Like, people were tweeting, like, Galvin overstepped, Luai looked lost, things like that. And I was like, you know what? This is exactly what I saw as well. So let's break it all down. Why did Galvin do this and why is it a problem? These are just some things I've been thinking about today as I was cleaning out my shed out the back. So, like, Luai is in his first season with us, right? He is a premiership king from Penrith. But he's, I think, would be still figuring out, like, our pacing as a team and our vibe. Galvin is the young gun. He might have felt the pressure to step up maybe, and I get it, like, sure, he's got the heart, but at what cost? Like, but by taking the lead, like, he threw off our rhythm, I feel like, as a whole towards the end of that match. Luai is the one who should be, like, directing traffic and calling plays and the shots overall, and he's got the experience and the cool head, right? Galvin's moves, while gutsy, like, if they would have, like, actually took off and did something, would have been awesome, but it did leave us flat. I felt we couldn't convert those like plays in the points at the end, and I was wondering, like, did he just cost us the whole game? That 10-8 scoreline stings, and I can't help but think if Luai had more control, we may, would we have scored again, and would we have actually won the game? So drop a comment. Do you think Galvin's overstep cost us, or am I just being too harsh on the young fella? So I need your take on that because I don't know where I stand right now with the kid. But let's dig in a little deeper. Why did Galvin feel the need to take over? This is what I'm thinking. I've got two theories for you, and I want you to think about this with me. First, Tristan Hope was at hooker off the get-go. 27 NRL debut for him, 70 games in the Queensland Cup, but no first-grade experience to what I have heard or know about him. And so with Uppy out, Hope stepped in, and he did okay. He wasn't the greatest, but Benji said he earned it, right? But he is extremely green, extremely young, and maybe Galvin felt like the spine was a little shaky. I kind of felt like that going into it, but no Uppy, and we ended up having a rookie at 9, and I thought, he probably would have thought, like, I've got to step up. I can see it. Like, if he's a leader, he might want to take things into his own hands and make things happen. But here's the flip. Maybe Luai's still adjusting too. Like, first game with us, new team, new system, sure. He looks sharp, but not extremely dominant, right? Like, Galvin might have sensed that hesitation from the get-go and tried to fill that gap. So I'm torn. Was this Galvin being reckless, or was he just trying to help and lift his mates up? What do you reckon? Was it Hope's inexperience, Luai's adjustment, or just Galvin's ego at the end of the day that led to this performance? Hit the comments, because I'm dying to hear your thoughts. I want to know that I'm not alone. So let's talk impact, because this, I don't think, is going to be a one-off. It could actually be a red flag if we see it against the Eels in round 2, and I'm going to be extremely worried, because Galvin is a cornerstone. Nine's even called him the future of the club, and I was agreeing there, but now I'm not entirely sure. But if he keeps overstepping Luai, or our attack stalls like the other night, we did have chances. And I'll give credit where credit's due, okay? Galvin's grubbers were gold, and for him going for it was awesome. But the lateral moves were gutsy, and after everything, nothing. We had nothing to show for that. Luai looked frustrated, I feel like, overall too. He wasn't as vocal as he normally is, and just his body language and posture was kind of not as excited as I would have hoped and expected for his first game with us. And he's meant to be our general, right? But Galvin moves through him off, I feel like. I don't know, if I was in that situation and some young gun came in, my ego might be a little bit hurt, or I might be like, yo, what the heck, dude? I thought I was the playmaker and the head guy on this. But we did score 8 points. Skelton's tried, do his penalty kick, all of that. But I just feel like we could have had more. And I'm thinking, if Galvin lets Luai lead, we are going to be unstoppable. Even like Zero Tackle noted that we are a dangerous spine, but only if it's in sync, right? Like, I'm calling you out. Do you think Galvin needs to pull back, or should Luai step up? And we were so close to winning, like 8-0 up. Like, Galvin's move might have cost us, and you're feeling it too, right? Like, that itch. What if? That's that effect that I've heard so much about and I'm feeling right now. It's driving like me crazy. There's social proof all over the internet. I know I'm not alone, and I want you guys to get behind me. Like, Galvin needs to chill out and let Luai run it. That is literally word for word what I've been seeing all over X this last few nights. So fans are talking, and I want you guys talking too. And if we don't sort this before the Eels, we are toast. So where do you think Galvin's next move is going to be? What his next move is going to be, I don't know. I need your take. So let's look ahead. Round 2 against the Eels, March 15th. It's going to be massive, right? Good news, Uppy and Buller should be back, and I am frothing on that after their surgeries and, three-match bans, all that fun stuff. Our spine is going to be firing on all cylinders, and I'm frothing on that, because Uppy at 9, Buller at fullback, Galvin and Luai in the halves. In theory, that should be as lethal as anything like we've ever seen before. And because, like, here's the catch of that though: if Galvin doesn't fix this, we're going to be in trouble. If things going to be unequally like balanced. And preseason we smashed the Eels 30-18, so I know we can do it. And Galvin was electric then, but he does need to trust Luai overall. And I'm picturing this, like, Appy darts, Luai directs, Galvin creates space for Buller to score. Boom, we make tries, we win overall, right? So drop a prediction and comment. What do you think is going to be the play if Uppy and Buller are back? Do you think we're going to see just absolute like urgency and just grit and determination, or do you think that Galvin might still try and stand up and do whatever he was doing last game and actually like make it a problem? So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Galvin right now, but I know he has a role to play. But he is not Luai. He is a 5'8". He needs to create gaps, support Luai. Don't override him. Benji's on it. Post game, he said we are correcting the little things, and I'm hoping he pulls Galvin aside and says, like, mate, you are a gun, but let Luai lead. Galvin's playmaking is unreal. I'll give him that. The grubbers, the gaps, all of that, but he does needs a little bit of discipline. And Luai is a premiership winner. We need to trust him. So yeah, I think Benji can get Galvin on track. What do you think? Do you think there's still hope for the kid, or do you think, like, seeing that, there might be some red flags as well? I do really genuinely think if Galvin can sort his crap out and not do that kind of thing again, we will be fine, and Galvin will be the future. But he also could be the problem and could tear the team apart if he keeps trying to do those things. Now, I'm not sure what was going on the field, or like behind in the locker room before the game or during the game, but he is also expected to to perform and let Luai lead, as Luai is the playmaker. So yeah, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Am I just off my chops right now, or were you guys feeling the same thing? But I know going forward with Api and Buller coming back, I think, that's going to create the balance we need. And I'm thinking maybe Galvin just felt the unbalance, and with Luai's first game with us, like fully in the premiership, round one, like, I don't know, and just with the young fella being in on the hooker, there's just a lot of imbalance on that game. I feel like we did okay overall, like great pressure in the first half for sure, just great grit. But towards the end, as things just started piling up, there were things that I was like, I don't know what's going on here, but we are not clicking. So I'm just hoping that Api and Buller help bring some balance into the mix. Galvin doesn't have to feel like he has to step up as much and take over the lead, or I want to see Luai start proving that he is the playmaker, because he was kind of reserved and conservative that game, and I wasn't entirely sure what the heck was going on, like with him not making all the plays. He was here and there, but as well, I got to take into consideration Galvin. He was also here and there, and maybe he was stepping on Luai's toes. I'm not sure. I could be overthinking, reading into this. What do you guys think? But I'm so pumped for this weekend. Our next weekend is going to be epic. I think we're going to take on the Knights head on and destroy them. We're going to get more into that as the week comes and talk about our game plan going forward, defensively, offensively, and just what Benji Marshall's actually doing to make things happen. We'll go over team lists as they come out, and I think kind of where our strong points are, some weaknesses that we could work on, and just what we can expect overall. But really appreciate you guys being here. As always, like and subscribe. I want you guys part of this journey with me behind the team we all love and call the West Tigers. And as always, guys, take it easy. You guys are legends. Geordie out.